Good morning, everybody. Not so happy hump day. So, when we're all busy focused on the runner for the Speaker of the House, there's all sorts of things happening behind the scenes that us Americans should be paying attention to. Now, I have to credit Daily Wire Plus for sending me this notification. I was literally getting ready to go to the gym. I wasn't going to stream today, but I was like, look, everybody needs to hear this because everybody's paying attention to the House Speaker nomination. But this is one of the worst Biden fails to ever grace the stage of America. The worst, by far, one of the worst things that Joe Biden could have ever done for America, besides cheating an election, besides stepping into the White House, which is not his rightful spot. He just hires a new spokesperson to handle asylum seekers. She gets to dictate who comes in to America and who doesn't. And she's going to determine, hey, we don't care what your background is, especially if you are pro Hamas. Come on in. Red carpet rolled out officially for you. America, under this administration, is not America. This is the New World Order. And before this happens, I want to urge all of you to follow me on Rumble, because if you don't, you're not. It's going to come to an end soon, with the attack on freedom of speech literally happening right in front of our very own eyes. Conservatives being deplatformed, demonetized, censored. You know, guys, this is it. America is under siege. Period. Dot. Who is this new hiree? Who did the Biden administration? What did they ruffle through some what are those things called? I can't even think right now. Oh my God, this is so bad. This is that bad where I'm literally like perplexed and like I can't find the word resume. So he's thumbing through resumes. Who would be the proper person to handle asylum seekers coming through our borders? Well, I'm going to show you what her name is right now. Her name is Nijwa Ali. She is a United States Immigration Enforcement Agency we just hired a former spokeswoman for the Palestinian Liberation Organization. And they put her in a position to determine who gets to come into the country as an immigrant or an asylum seeker. Here are some of the things that Nijwa Ali has got to say about Palestine. Now, on to the Daily Wire. Let's get into this article because it's absolutely important that we find out who Nijwa is and why was she picked. It goes to show, if this administration can fall and fail America more and more, it proves it with shit like this. The United States Immigration Enforcement hired a former spokeswoman for the Palestinian Liberation Organization, aka PLO, and put her in a position to determine who gets to come into the country as an immigrant or an asylum seeker. Now, the Department of Homeland Security, also known as DHS, officer is repeatedly posting pictures of Hamas terrorists parachuting in with guns writing F Israel and any Jew who supports Israel, a Daily Wire investigation found. Nijwa Ali, here's the lovely picture that she posted. Let's blow this up for everybody to see, because I feel like, again, if the Biden administration literally can fail America even more so, this is who they're going to pick. Isn't this lovely, guys? Isn't this lovely? F Israel, the government, and its military. Are you ready for your downfall? Department of Homeland Security Officer Nijwa Ali said. Wow. Nijwa worked in 2016 and 2017 as a public affairs officer for the Palestinian delegation to the United States, which, according to its own website, served as the PLO office in DC. That is the Palestinian Liberation Organization, by the way. That office was expelled from the country by the Trump administration. Of course it was. But Ali landed on her feet, according to a screenshot of her LinkedIn profile, securing a job at DHS as an asylum officer, where she is tasked with applying immigration laws and regulations to asylum applications. Another quarter for the Trump was correct jar, please. This January, she moved over to being an adjudication officer for the U.S. Customs and Immigration Services, also known as CIS. People with that job, according to the agency, analyze new and amended legislation and policy, prepare written reports of findings and review, and make determinations on cases for immigration benefits. So is it Nijwa here? That's an end quote. Let's end quote that real quickly. Is it Nijwa here who determines what asylum seekers get, like 2,300 a month, a free scooter, free lodging, free clothing, them free iPhones? Is it Nijwa? Yeah, it is. Though Ali's job at DHS included vetting people to make sure they were not a threat to the country before letting them in, it's not clear that anyone from that agency vetted her. That her primary allegiance was to the Palestinians, not the United States, was evident from her social media profile, where she posts as Palestine Mi Amor. So she loves her Palestine, huh? She has posted extremely rhetoric continuously to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for years. Rhetoric that intensified this month as Palestinian terrorists murdered over 1,000 Jews on October 7th, and Ali cheered, "F Israel, the government and its military. Are you ready for your downfall?" she wrote on Instagram after the attacks. This is absolutely disgusting. According to her social media profiles, which she says is American-born, Palestinian at heart, she is from Dearborn, Michigan, a hotbed of God bless America, assimilated immigrants, where thousands reportedly took to the streets in support of the Hamas attacks on Israel. Ali has made several posts glorifying the terrorist attack on Israel, including one depicting armed terrorists paragliding into the Jewish state with the caption, "Free Palestine." That's love it. That's lovely. What kind of ads are running on this shit? Look at them silver foxes, man. Several of Ali's posts glorifying the terrorist attacks include the statement, "Respect our existence," or "Expect resistance. Simple, no apologies." A suggestion that as long as Israel exists on what she considers occupied land, attacks on civilians are acceptable. Jews seeking to come to America might have a hard time if Ali were their immigration officer. Israeli American privilege is disgusting when Israelis acknowledge the government and military are solely responsible for the attack, period, she wrote. "I hold every Israeli accountable for their government's actions if they do not speak up against Israel." On October 9th, she posted to Facebook how Nijwa wakes up, accompanied by a video captured "F Israel and any Jew that supports Israel," and a photo that says, "A nation that has nothing but Allah has everything you will ever need." She also added an anti-Semitic cartoon of a Jewish nose. Wow, that's lovely. She also claimed that the media is pushing Israeli propaganda, mimicking a common anti-Semitic refrain that Jewish people control the press. So here's her Facebook page, you guys. I don't have Facebook. Thank God I don't, because I would lose my ever-loving mind. But this is okay with Mark Zuckerberg, who's clearly Jewish, and he's allowing this on his platform. Just like who was just attacked the other day, Elon Musk. Elon Musk was attacked the other day for other people posting. But Mark Zuckerberg, you would think with him having his own heritage as being Jewish, that he would do something about this. But no, he's too busy getting us conservatives who are posting Hillary Clinton memes back from 2020. That takes precedence over this, over terrorism. Nice to know. Palestine will be free one day. F apartheid, Israel. And any Israeli that supports that bullshit, fuck you. You may also you may Allah forgive you. Oh, F you. May Allah forgive you and spare us from the crocodile tears. As I sure as hell give 0 Fs, she wrote about on Instagram. USCIC spokesman Matthew Bork told the Daily Wire that the USCIS strongly condemns anti Semitism and the use of violent rhetoric in any form. USCIS employees are held to a high ethical standards both on and off duty, including their presence on social media, Bork said. Any violation of these standards is taken seriously by this agency, but a day after the Daily Wire asked the agency about Ali, she told the Daily Wire in a phone call that she still works for the DHS and decidedly unchastened. Asked if she will disclose her employment with the PLO to DHS, she said, "That's none of your fucking business. Mind your own business before I call the police. If I were you, I'd respectfully hang up the phone now." Wow. She's kind of a bit terroristic, if I do say so myself. I mean, if you're part of this, why aren't you proud of it everywhere on social media? So why not just be proud of it when you're called out for it? Because you're pro-terrorism. And this is exactly why Biden has failed us relentlessly time and time and time again, by letting people like this in our government. If this doesn't scare you guys, I don't know what will. I'm sorry, guys, but this is chaos. This is absolute and utter chaos. Asked if her view, let's get back to this. Asked if her views on Israel impacted her ability to work as an American government official, she says that does not affect the ability to do my job at all. You can mind your own business. Here is the social media post that she had posted. I don't know if it'll play or not, but here's how she wakes up here every day, I guess. USCIS declined to say why it would hire someone who previously worked for a foreign quasi-government that was expelled from the United States and put them in a position to determine who was allowed to come into the country. It said applicants seeking employment with USCIS are thoroughly vetted and subject to extensive security and background checks before they can receive a permanent position with the agency. But it declined to shed light on two apparent possibilities: that the USCIS either knowingly hired a PLO employee who had demonstrated extremist views, or it was completely in the dark about its own employees' recent employment in public records. Now, what I find remarkably disturbing here is we, the people who support Donald Trump, are called the extremists. We, the Republican supporters, are called violent. We are called terrorists if we are pro-America. If we say America first, we're called Nazis. But clearly, we have people who are proud to post anti-Semitic stuff all over Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and God knows wherever else. And the government, you mean to tell me you can't find her social media? Why? Because it's under a fake name? Bullcrap. I'm calling cap on this. And again, I'm calling for the full impeachment of Joe Biden, his entire administration, and quite potentially every Democrat in this government, and the 20 Republicans who just voted to not nominate Jim Jordan for the House Speaker, because clearly they love this communist terrorist bullcrap. Okay, back to this. USCIS would not say whether it called PLO officials for a job reference. Calling past employers is a standard part of the government vetting process. Ali has recently scrubbed her LinkedIn profile of her work with PLO, as well as an internship with UNRWA, the United Nations agency tasked with helping Palestinians. Ali's extreme foreign policies views were evident long before she was hired by the government in 2019 during the Trump administration. Her clear emanating force in life appears to be pushing the Islamic socialist message of the PLO. During the Obama administration on social media, she lobbied for it to boycott Israel and end aid to Israel during the 2016 election. She complained that Republicans obsess over Israel and called for decolonization. F apartheid Israel, and any Israeli that supports that bull S, F you, may Allah forgive you, she wrote alongside pictures of the violent leftist Americans Asanta Shakur and Malcolm X. In 2017, she posted a picture of herself grinning in front of a statue of Che Guevara, the murderous communist militant. Wow. That's lovely. The United States is facing pressures from the political left to welcome Palestinian refugees into the country amid Israel's war against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. It's like I'm sorry, you guys. It is officers like Ali who would be tasked with advising the government whether or not it would be safe to grant entry to an applicant. Ali's position on Israel goes squarely against the policy of the United States. President Joe Biden has said his administration stands firmly with Israel and has pledged to support it in war against terrorists. Huh. Well, that's pretty funny. I find that rather comical. If you are pro-Israel, then you can't allow people who are pro-Hamas to be handling asylum seekers, immigration, vetting people who come into our country. Now, we're probably all wondering how people that were on the terrorist watch list got in. We're probably all wondering how 90,000 immigrant children are gone. Well, maybe, just maybe, we need to start looking into whom is letting them in. Very angry right now, you guys. I got to check some of your comments here. How do you all feel about this? How do you all feel about this right now? Because me, as an American who stands with our allies in Israel, is absolutely fuming. The human being in me is going, what in the actual fuck is allowed in this country today is absolutely not American. This is not the America that we all love. This is not the America that we all love. This is absolute terrorism. America was allowed to be invaded under Joe Biden. His impeachment inquiry, if Jim Jordan doesn't secure that speaker vote, guess what? The impeachment inquiry, gone. The investigations into the crimes of the Biden family, Hunter and Joe, gone. His family members will continue. What I tell y'all? I hope I'm back. I don't know if I am or not. Was this the case? Was I telling too many truths? Was I telling so many truths? I'm sorry. Did they just kick me off? What just happened? Yeah. What just happened there? So how do you guys feel about this right now? Because me, myself, and I am so angry that our government is literally allowing pro-terrorists to run things and to be in charge of anything. I wouldn't want this woman to be in charge of a chia pet, let alone our country's safety. Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that? They were like this. They were like, womp, womp, too much truth, womp, womp, too much truth. I'm sorry. I love my country. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry that I love my country and I want what's best for my country and future generations. I'm not sorry about that. I'm not sorry that I worry more about the future of everybody else, including my children, your children's children. I am not sorry that I worry about that, because if you're not worrying about that, that is a problem. And I think that everybody here shares the same sentiment here, that the Biden administration has failed America time and time again since day one of the administration. Now, let's see what happens here. Will she continue to work for our government? Yeah, she will. She absolutely will. Anybody, look, I don't know how many of you out there as conservatives, raise your hand, if you have been called a Nazi because you are anti-transing kids. How many of you have been called a fascist because you're a Trump supporter? How many of you have been called a what? A bigot or a racist if you say men are men or women are women? How many of you guys have out there? But if you are pro-Israel, right, which we should be, since that is our greatest ally in the Middle East, right? And no, it is not okay to kill innocent Jews. That wasn't okay back in World War II, and it's not okay now. And for any American out there who is pro terrorist, literally descending in and killing innocent civilians, yeah, you are terrorist and you are in support of terrorists. I don't understand why they can't say free Palestine from Hamas. It won't come out of their it won't come off their sentence. It won't come out of their mouths. Why? Because they are pro killing Israelis. That's it. What, from the land to the sea, they want to be Israeli free, Israel free. It is anti-Semitism and it is pure hate. And time again, the left proves, the radical left proves itself to be the people, the very same subhumans that they declared us conservatives to be. They are Nazis. They are fascists. They are bigots. They are the extremists. They are the terrorists. And I'm not sorry that I'm saying that right now because it's the truth. And we got the major WEF puppet at the helm, pushing and pushing that white supremacy is the worst thing to happen to America. It's our number one problem, not in record high inflation, not our borders being invaded, America as a whole being invaded, not the fentanyl crisis that's killing 300 of us a day, not the fact that our veterans who are good enough to fight wars for this country are sleeping on the streets, dealing with PTSD with no help whatsoever. That's not the number one problem in America. Having white skin and being born white is. Somebody please make that make sense to me. Make it make sense. And while we're all focused, like I said when I started this stream, we're all focused here on the Democrats and 20 ridiculous, moronic Republicans who are actual rhinos, Democrats in Republican clothing. We're too busy focused on the speaker race to get a pro-American in there to sort things out, to get America first, to close our borders, to help fix inflation, to help Americans. And they're literally nominating a Democrat socialist who is also pro-Hamas, which is Hakeem Jeffries. They would rather put in somebody who is pro-terrorism, okay, just to protect their corruption, just to die with their lie. And that is by far so treasonous. And that is why those people should be outed immediately. I don't know about you guys, but I was watching that race yesterday, the nomination, and I was physically ill. First, I dropped to my knees after I heard all of the votes for Hakeem Jeffries, of all people. And then I started getting profusely sick. My stomach was in knots because I'm over here going, why wouldn't Americans want somebody in that position who will do things, look into crime, since nobody's above the law, right? Why wouldn't they want to nominate somebody who is about protecting America, who is about putting Americans and America first? These people are perfectly okay with future generations being cursed and just, oh my God, a bunch of tomfoolery, man. A bunch of tomfoolery. Yeah, I think we need to. I think we need to take these government officials to court. I think we need to oust them. Uh, Guys, I don't know. I don't know. This is so bad. Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries sucks. Yeah, this is, yeah. Thank you, Lauren. Right? Are you guys out of your minds? Like, literally, do they not know? Do, I love America. Who else loves America? If you love America, please type in this word on the stream. Hashtag, wait, I'm going to put this on there. I want you guys to copy this. Flood it with hashtag America First. These people don't think about our country as a whole. They think about what's best for them and them only. They are callous, they are selfish, and they literally will do anything to keep that going, to keep the corruption going. You're not above the law unless you're Trump, right? Or you're above the law unless you're Trump. You're allowed to do whatever you want to if you're a Democrat. What just happened when that asshat pulled the fire alarm in Congress? What just happened? It's a federal offense. What just happened? Jamal Bowman. Nothing. Nothing happened. But if that had been, let's say, Jim Jordan or Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, if that would have been Lauren Boebert, she's getting attacked for all kinds of shit on her personal life. If that was any Republican, they would be sent to prison immediately. Let's see it. America first, you guys. Let's see it. Let's see it. America first. America first. Let's see it. Let's see you guys. Flood it. Flood it. Flood it. America first. America first. America first. America first. Look at this. Thank you guys so much. That helps with the algorithm. Also, hitting the like button does too, guys. Please get it up there. Make sure you guys are done. Hit the like button as soon as you come in, because you know damn well they're going to hide this stuff from us. You do, and I don't want to have to do political streams all of the time, but when they're purposefully hiding stuff from American people and distracting people, I find it my duty as an American citizen to inform you guys of what's going on. I can't sit still. I can't sit by idle. With this platform being as big as it is, I cannot sit here and waste it. Yeah, music streams and stuff are fun. They are, because it gets my mind off of all this stuff. But we deserve the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We deserve full transparency, but that word seemingly doesn't fit the demographic of the Democratic National Party. They want to just lie and just be snakes. I don't know what's going on with the speaker vote right now, guys. I'm scared. I really am. Thank you guys for your America First comments, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. America does need Jesus, but anybody who is pro Jesus, absolutely. No. You are a fascist. You're a bigot, and blah, 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 blah. That's how they roll. Hamas just literally bombed a Catholic hospital in Gaza. Yeah. Killing hundreds of civilians. But is this lady here, let's see, Niwa, are you proud of this, Niwa? Look, this chick here. Let's highlight this chick. Did they just shut me down again? Oh, Lord. Dear Lord. Yep, they did. My computer just froze. Wow. Hang on tight, guys. They're shutting it down. Wow. Welcome back. Ooh. Wow, this is not good. Apparently, they shut me down. Well, apparently they shut me down because too much chaos was ensuing. Too much truth is being told. Oh,